Welcome, everyone.
Howdy doodly.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into it straight away. How you doing, mate? You right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, chilling.
Yeah, chilling. Just a little bit ill. What about you? You good?
The weather was nice.
The weather's nice.
The weekend.
Yeah, it is.
I was loving it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Topping up the tan. Upsetting the neighbours. Okay, so today we're going to talk straight in. We're going to talk news. It's going to be a short one because, to be honest, with the big news, there isn't that much. I mean, we could talk, we could chat, we could go over some little bits and pieces, but nah.
Don't feel that.
There's
there's not enough there. I think, in terms of big chat, it will be after September 16th.
After September 16th, which is the first piece of information.
Yes.
Sony will reveal new information about the PlayStation 5 in a live stream on Wednesday, September 16th.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for this.
I think it's not even the fact that I'm not even excited anymore. I think I'm just like,
can we just do it? Yeah, can we just have it, please?
Yeah, just tell us. This is boring. And I do think that it's because of Xbox have revealed theirs.
Yeah.
Saying it's $500.
Well, because I mean, arguably they got sick of waiting. It was just long now.
It just became this weird siege, didn't it? Like this
it was
weird
like who's
Mexican standoff.
Yeah, who's gonna blink first? And Microsoft just thought, F it.
Yeah,
here
it
is.
Not? Have it, and it's $500.
Yeah,
450 quid-ish.
Yeah.
And they released their smaller one, which was the Xbox Series S.
Xbox Series S, yeah.
$300.
Mm-hmm.
350-ish.
Yeah.
$299 as well. There was a $299 one, wasn't there?
There was, yeah.
Yeah, so they've dropped theirs, and suddenly Sony are like, so the Xbox turn around and go, oh, $500.
Yeah.
And suddenly Sony's like, oh, okay, so we've got this special event coming on next week.
We've got this big special event.
And
Stay tuned.
That wasn't planned.
No, it wasn't.
You were just waiting.
You're winging it because, everything up to this point that we've seen from various game expos and stuff like that, what are you showing on September 16th, apart from the price tag, bruv?
Yeah, and the release date.
And the release date.
Get on with it.
Just hurry up already.
Yeah.
It's
you
long
want it in
now.
time for Christmas, you better get on with it. Sony has promised updates on the latest titles from Worldwide Studios and our world-class development partners.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping for money, for money and date.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's all we want.
That and I'm done. I'm cool.
That's all we want. And I'll tell you right now, the design of the Xbox, I like it.
Do you know what? I actually prefer it.
Yeah. I would definitely rate it over the Eye of Sauron design that is the Sony PlayStation 5.
The turned up collars on the
turned up
polo
collars
shirt,
on the polo shirt. You know what I mean?
I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with
It's
it.
like an old school folder, like with the bits of paper just hanging out.
It doesn't feel. To me personally, it doesn't feel sleek. It doesn't feel sexy.
No.
The white, I'm put off by the white. I hope it comes in all black because that's just PlayStation colors, right?
Yeah.
The black and the blue. But I feel like with Xbox having that kind of just powerhouse refrigerator style, it looked cool, and I bet the top glows and all that.
Absolutely. I mean, do you know what? It reminds me of a mini Borg cube.
Yeah, man.
It reminds me of the Borg cube. That's probably why I like it, because I'm like, yeah.
And the Series S just looks like a camping hot plate,
and
doesn't it?
Yeah, it just looks like a mini stove,
It looks
isn't it?
like a stove. One of them ref links you used to get down at the rugby.
Basically,
yeah, it should be all right. I think it's going to be okay. But I prefer the Xbox design to the PlayStation design.
Definitely.
But I'm team PlayStation, so I'll still be getting one. But it's just like, okay, this is just crack on, mate.
Do you know what? We'll see what team I'm on.
Are you still out? Jury's still out?
The jury's out.
There's no games for it, man. Even Halo's been pushed because it looked bait.
Yeah, true. No, it's the design. I'll admit the design has got me, and because we don't have a price tag from Sony yet, I'm just.
Yeah, but you will, and you'll be like, all right, still. But the games that are coming out for PlayStation, for Sony, just look better, and they just and you got to think of what's coming next.
Yeah,
God of War.
Yeah,
I think Final Fantasy is going to be across both of them now.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, I think so. But God of War is definitely going to be, for me, a big one. And anything Naughty Dog put out. And Kojima as well. Because Thingy's not on... Thingy, is it?
What's that?
Kojima's not on Xbox.
No, he's not. No,
he's on
absolutely.
Steam.
On Steam, but not on Xbox.
Yeah, so there's another one. There's going to be games that are coming out that you're going to be like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Immortals, Phoenix Rising.
Oh, Phoenix Rising.
So Ubisoft did another Ubisoft forward when a little while ago they were releasing a series of games, including Watch Dogs Legions, a game called Gods and Monsters, and something else. And basically they decided to not do any of that, and they were going to nix it all, and they were going to push everything back. And they've now come back with Gods and Monsters, which is now known as Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Yes.
Phoenix spelled Fenyx because it's trendy.
Because, it's
That's
in.
Bougie.
It's edgy.
It's edgy. And it's basically there. To be honest, it's kind of... Someone's been playing a lot of Zelda.
Yeah.
And they were like, I got an idea. Also, they were in a board meeting, and everyone's like, right, ideas, or you're all fired. And next man's got, I've got this great idea for
check this out, mate.
Colourful open world game where you get gear and stuff, and
I mean,
and it feels like Breath of the Wild in Greece.
I mean, I do have to say it does look colourful.
Yeah, it does. It looks good. I mean,
it does look. Yeah, there are some really nice aesthetic things about it, but you can see that they've kind of taken a page out of that. Out of that book.
And the trailer they released for it was dreadful.
The music choice was not a good one.
What were they thinking?
That was not a good music choice, because it just completely takes you out of what could have been the experience.
Because they went for that dark aesthetic as well, and there was that like purple-eyed creature, like she's hiding from it, and all this stuff. And we've got James Brown.
You got the James Brown remix. As soon as she busts through a portal, you're like, wait, hold on.
This doesn't work. Yeah, it didn't work.
It completely took me out of it. I had to kind of watch it, just ignoring the music, so I could appreciate what they did do, like, quite well with the aesthetics and the weaponry. Like, I mean, some of the weapons animations as well. Like,
it was great.
The different abilities that you're picking up along the way. That looked really, really nice. I have to say, but. What were you doing for the music, man?
James Brown.
That was not
why?
Cool. Yeah.
And it doesn't fit the aesthetic. It doesn't fit your theme or your vibe.
No.
Or the kind of, the concept that you're going for. It's just so far removed. It was almost like the sound guy or the editor was like, oh, I've been listening to this music bare. I just want to put it in. It's like, it doesn't really sit with Greek mythology.
Nah.
Doesn't work. It just, and it really put a negative dent in it for me.
It was just it just kind of left you feeling a bit removed from it, I think.
Yeah, it did.
So but we'll see.
Wonder Woman 1984.
Yeah, it's been given the old push, hasn't it?
Been knocked. It's been pushed to December 25th, according to Variety. December 25th.
December 25th.
Christmas Day, big man. Who goes?
There's an obvious question here.
Who goes to the movies right now with the COVID thing going on?
Yeah.
And who's going to go to the movies with the COVID thing on Christmas?
Who's coming out their yard Christmas Day?
To go and
that's not happening.
I just think if I was Patty Jenkins, I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Just be like, come on, like, because Bond's coming out November 12th,
something like that. Yeah.
Tenet's out. They're kind of the big ones.
They're the big ones.
And everything else is coming out for Netflix. You've got The Five Bloods came out earlier this year.
Yep.
You've got Project Power. Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt came out. Mulan. They did the big kind of $30 extravaganza on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
That's out, and it's just weird that there's another Netflix one that's come out as well. I can't think what it was, or it's coming out.
I'm not sure.
Anyway, yeah, it's just weird. There's all these Netflix shows. The Old Guard as well, that came out.
The Old Guard, yeah, that was a couple of months back, wasn't it?
That was a little while.
Charlize Theron. Was it Charlize Theron?
Yeah, it was Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
And it was decent. And Extraction.
I still need to watch that. Yeah, the trailer to that did look really good.
It was cool.
Yeah.
And then obviously, back in the day, the big one was Extraction with Chris Hemsworth, which was a great movie.
I thought that.
I really enjoyed that film.
I really loved that film.
Oh, it was really good. It worked for me.
I'm pumped that it's getting a sequel.
Yeah.
I am really looking forward to the sequel, because it's just like someone said, look, you see that John Wick thing, yeah? Like, here's what we're gonna do. Do that.
Do it. But this time, it's not in America.
I loved it. I loved everything about it. I thought it was very well done.
It's like the rival studio, and you see that.
Yeah.
Do that.
Can you do that? But
over there,
but with like machine guns and shit.
Chris Hemsworth.
Put Chris Hemsworth in there.
Get
Thor.
Yeah. Thor's free. It's Thor free. That thing's over now, isn't it? Yeah. Get him and just beef him up.
Because it was some of the alumni that came from.
Well, it was Captain America. It was Chris Evans' stunt double.
That's
that
it.
Directed
yeah.
Extraction.
Yeah.
So he kind of apparently was like shooting the shit with Chris Hemsworth and was like, this is what we do, this is how we do it, and I think it'd be great to do this, that, and the third, and apparently just championed his way into the director's chair. And this is his debut, and he was like, this is how I think we should do some stunts.
That is cool.
And he's like, excuse me, let me just put this cowl and the shield back on, I gotta do this stunt real quick. Whilst he's,
break time's over.
Whilst he's doing it. But then again, John Wick comes from from the same thing. So
how's that?
John Wick is directed by the stunt people
Yeah.
from The Matrix.
Yes.
And they were the guys who also turned around and were like, we love this not cutting away from the action style. Chad Stahelski, I think his name, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but and we love that style, so why not, we really want to do this. And obviously they were sitting there with Keanu and had this idea and came up, and then John Wick almost changed the game and made it like John Wick style action. And that's where Extraction came from.
And I could not be more thankful. I love it. I love that kind of throwback to just, you know, senseless violence. I mean, the John Wick story, it's a simple one, but it's a really good one. Story. Yeah, it's a really, really good one, because they built like a world, and there's certain things that happen inside of that world that just make it a little bit more intricate. Just a lot more detailed. So I'm all for movies like that. Like, give me more like that. Give me more like Extraction.
Yeah, more like Extraction. Good writing. It's cool, and good action.
Just exactly good, solid writing, and just like some, you know, chop suey, whatever you call it.
Whatever. Gun fu. That's the Wonder Woman will not be out until December 25th. So moving on from that.
Oh yeah.
We were talking a little while ago about the classics, characters that we all know and love.
Oh yeah.
Mostly, you know, and the term isn't the most amazing term, like strong female characters, because it should be strong characters, right? But strong female characters like Ripley and Sarah Connor, Buffy.
Yep.
And we went down the rabbit hole a little bit and was talking about characters that are amazing and are strong and powerful and you know, all the things that we love. But when we talk about superheroes and stuff like that, these names don't come up enough. People like, you know, I'm always going to say Regina from Dino Crisis.
Yeah.
Or Aya from Parasite Eve. Jill Valentine. Claire Redfield.
Claire Redfield's a big one for me.
All my survival horror family. You know, because the big two we always come up with, and the big two that when we've spoken about, even if you say the term, like strong women in film, or strong women in powerful women in the entertainment industry,
it's Ellen and Sarah.
It always comes back to Connor and Ripley. Always
Ellen and Sarah.
They're kind of like the gods of the movies. And we were thinking about who would be considered the big power players of gaming. Like who would you, without saying Amanda from Isolation.
Amanda Ripley.
Yeah.
That's a shame, because I've got her in my.
Yeah, I know.
I had her in the back of my head.
Who would be strong, powerful women in gaming?
Oof,
I would take Elena Fisher from Uncharted. I think is a great one. I think she's wicked. You know, when she says in Uncharted 2, when she meets not Nadine, she meets Chloe, and she's like, "Hi, Elena Fisher, last year's model."
Was that in Uncharted 2?
That was in Uncharted 2.
Jeez.
And she meets, I think, and she bumps into her, and she's like, "Hey, Elena Fisher, last year's model." I was like, "You're a bad gal."
Oh my god.
It was cool. And obviously the big ones are Lara Croft, comes up a lot.
Yeah, I mean, she really put female characters on the map.
In the gaming world, yeah.
In the gaming world, yeah.
She was like the one that everybody remembers first, even though it was like, you know,
there was questionable.
People got excited. Boys got excited.
Yeah. Let's just say that
they got a little bit like, "Come on, like
I'm going to my bunk."
Yeah, I'm going to my bunk. You know, for me, I feel like Zoe Washburn. Like, speaking of Serenity and Firefly, Zoe Washburn, man.
Washburn.
We mean way more Zoe.
Gina Torres, your homegirl.
She's awesome.
She is awesome. She's awesome in anything she's in, man.
But in Suits, she was a powerhouse.
Yeah.
But in Firefly.
In Firefly, she Serenity, was really cool.
Oh man, and I love that she was married to Wash. And like, you know, he would be considered not what you would expect. He wasn't a powerhouse.
No, he wasn't like the strong alpha sort of dude. Like, you know, I'm just hearing it. He was. I mean, I hate using the term, but he was very much beta.
Yeah,
like
he had his moments when he knew when to step up and he knew. What to fight for,
yeah.
But he at the same time, like,
he had his morals in check, but
he wasn't a fighter. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't in the war or anything like that. And I love that those two ended up together. I think it's great.
It's awesome. It was a really sweet little story, you know.
But Zoe Washburn, for me, she's up there with, in my opinion, she's up there with Ripley and Connor.
Really up there with Ripley and Connor.
I love Zoe Washburn. I think she was quality, but then I'm massively biased on Serenity and Firefly.
And anything that comes out of Whedon.
I'm massive. But then because then Buffy, man,
original Buffy for me.
Original Buffy, or like Sarah Michelle Gellar Buffy.
For me, original Buffy, because that was my first introduction into the Buffy verse, and I watched that film time and time again. That's a whole world of great characters as well, with Faith and Willow. And Buffy, and it goes on and on and on, right? Yeah.
But they were great characters, and I just feel like all these characters definitely influenced gaming. Like these characters have come out and influenced gaming.
Yeah, I think they have because they've just kind of they just kind of set the mood. They kind of set the stage for, what a strong. Oh god, I almost hate saying it now.
Yeah, it's a bad. It's not my favorite term.
But what a strong
character
could be, you know, with all of their different elements, like all of their different strengths and weaknesses, and their experiences that have brought them up to this point. I mean, Buffy from the series is a perfect example of that, because wasn't she? By the time that we met her in the first season, hadn't she already come from?
She came from California, where the
first film.
Yeah, it was LA, where the first film was shot. So it was like a direct sequel to that.
Yeah. So again, there, she's got all of that experience with it. Obviously, was she a bit reluctant in the first season? I can't remember.
Was she the reluctant hero? Not really. I mean, in the first episode, when she meets Josh, she doesn't want to know, and they dump the vampire. But then eventually she's like, I need to step up.
And then she steps up again.
Yeah.
So like she has all of those, she has all of those hallmarks that makes her character, I think.
But what I do feel like all these characters they've all evolved, even from the writing, and as we've gone on. We used to look at people like, I guess it's constantly going to come up, is Ripley and Connor, right? These strong bad girl characters. But we've started going in the other direction now, where they're still strong, but they don't necessarily have to be like hard as nails, like that they made out back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like Aloy is a perfect example of someone that is tough as.
Yeah.
But she's not mean, or she's not.
No.
Like you get those characters like what's his name? Like Deckard or someone like that. He's a strong character, but he's also a bit of an arsehole. And I feel like that's where I went wrong a lot of the time. Where it's like, if they need to be a strong character, they kind of have to be mean, or they have to be rude, and it's like, that's just so not.
It's not necessary. It's completely not necessary.
And because Connor was like that, Ripley was kind of like that, like back in the day, when she was teaching them how to do
Ripley, yeah,
she was. Do we disagree?
I mean, Ripley was definitely more about...
She wasn't mean, but she was very blunt.
Oh, she was blunt. She was about her business, like aliens. Yeah. Because again, she's had the experience of the first film, like alien yam up her crew, innit? And she made it out, and she's trying to tell these idiots, look.
Oh yeah, but you're talking aliens, all day. Aliens.
Not so much. I don't feel
think she was actually. No, I take that back.
I don't think she was so much like. She was never really mean. She was just very matter of fact. And by the time she experienced the first film, it was like, look. Yeah. These things are out there. What are we going out there for? And I feel like, Sarah Connor, Ellen Ripley, Buffy, they've got like upwards trajectories of how their characters have developed. And I feel as though that with the recent games with Lara Croft, have kind of done that as well.
Yeah.
In a sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when you play the remakes and you play the very first game, and she's very much like, she gets beat up a lot.
Oh yeah,
she gets thrown around a lot, man, and she's clearly not feeling it. You know what I mean? You can tell from the way she yelps and stuff like that, and she's a little bit begrudging. She's just like,
when she dies in those games, man, it's really like,
it's horrible.
It's horrible.
Not to. But yeah, man, like she has very much got that same kind of movie upwards trajectory. Here's how we're gonna build up on this character, and it was good that they did that across 3 games. Was it 3 games? Because it was.
Yeah, so it's I know that Shadow's the last one, Rise is the second, and I think it's just Tomb Raider in the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't think I played the third one. Somehow the first
Shadow
two
of the
sort of
Tomb Raider, I
melted
think, is
into
the
the same
third
thing
one.
for me. But yeah, man.
They did a
like,
good job. I think they did a good job with
They
Lara.
did.
When like reimagining her and making her like,
because
just
it made
a
her
lot more three-dimensional.
Yeah, it made her a lot more relatable, and then you can kind of put her on the same kind of podium as like Ellen and Sarah and Buffy
100%,
and
she grew.
But what other like characters from gaming have kind of had that trajectory? I mean, we've had is it Chloe Fraser from Uncharted,
and Nadine Ross.
Nadine sort of came in a little bit later, but Chloe has kind of always been.
But she's always been like pretty rock and roll.
Oh yeah. She's like
in Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
But Elena, I think, is way more.
Yeah.
Like I think Elena has way more of a trajectory onto the path of being like a badass and being that way. Yeah, 100%.
Really.
She puts Drake in his place, and she doesn't need him. Like they bump into each other in a war zone.
Yeah, true.
And she's like, "What? I'm here too. What?" Whereas he's constantly trying to be the protector, and he's just like, "Allow it, like stop." And she's great. I think she's great at towards the end, especially in Uncharted 4. I think I just really rate her as a character. I thought she was always really cool, and she never took any crap from him.
Yeah. Do you know, I was just thinking, like, just going back to what you were saying, what we were saying before about characters not necessarily having to be mean and stuff like that to be a strong character.
Just badly written.
But sorry to cut you off, but having said that, I was just thinking about Demona.
Oh my god.
From Gargoyles.
Yeah, man.
Like, she was tough. You can't mess around with Demona.
I can't believe you just brought Gargoyles into it.
I had to bring Gargoyles into it. Demona's my girl, man. I've got the pop. You've seen the pop.
Yeah. Demona. Yeah.
But Demona is written a lot like Mystique.
Yeah.
In that they have got that experience with them, but it's not a good experience, man. So as a result, they're mean, they're cool, and they're calculating.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Very, very like laser focused characters.
Yeah.
No, I agree. That's a good one.
Yeah, man.
That is a good one. I
Demona,
mean,
my homie.
Yeah, I think Tess from The Last of Us, she was brilliant.
Tess, yeah,
I thought she was brilliant. I think she was. I loved at the end, like she's been bit. If you haven't played this game, shame on you.
Yeah,
but she's she's been bit, but she doesn't do the zombie bite syndrome, which I hate. She's like, no, I'm done.
Yeah,
leave.
I got yam.
Carry on, get it done, and like it wasn't this freak out. She got it done, and I loved that. I thought that was awesome, and the fact that the game could have gone in a very different direction, and it could have been Tess and Ellie, and I feel like it still would have been really great.
Yeah.
And that would have been a really interesting angle, which is just a testament to the writing, right? I think it's she's really hardcore, just like Joel's really hardcore.
Yeah, true.
And I feel like it could have been those two, and it still would have been an incredible game. So I had to say Tess because I thought she was.
No, I feel that.
Brilliant.
Let me put a question to you.
Go on.
So with what I was, what we were just talking about with with Mystique and Demona and their bad experiences, and for them, they just turn them into the characters that they are.
Yeah.
Ellie.
Oh yeah.
Right. So we've experienced who Ellie was in the first game.
Yeah. Her growth into the second.
We experienced who Ellie was in the second game.
Yeah.
So do we feel like is there like a? Because I feel that she was a lot more ruthless, in the same vein that Demona and Mystique are.
But
because
the difference
of their
with Demona definitely, Mystique to a point, depending on which one we're talking about here.
Yeah.
If we're talking the movies.
Yeah.
I find that Demona was ruthless.
Hard.
Right?
Yeah.
Mystique, she was ruthless, but she still had like a conscience. I feel like to certain levels, she made choices that she didn't necessarily agree with, and Ellie, I felt like a lot of the time, especially in the second one, Her moral compass is all over the place, but she's still struggling. She's still on the good side. She still has morals and understands consequence.
She does. But I found her a lot more cold.
Yeah,
she was very 100%. Very cold in the second game, and spoiler alert. That bit where they kind of fall into the what do you call it? The spores.
Oh, when she drops back with
when she drops backwards into the spores after she's chasing that. Is it Nina or something? I can't remember. And she just
she drops. That was great.
That was awesome. That was an awesome bit of writing.
Yeah.
And then she just loses patience and just goes to town on her.
You have to understand that with that, her counterpart in that game,
right? Yes,
is equal and just as well done. Abby.
Yeah, true. I'll give you that. But the only thing with that is that we didn't get to know her for a game. We didn't get to know her from the first game, so we've had that upward trajectory again.
But she's cool, man. Like, as much as we hate her in most of the game,
Abby.
Wait,
you think she's cool?
No, in the way she's written, she's powerful.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey mate, I'm Team Hilly. But what I'm saying,
I was like, wait, what are we?
The way that she's been created and the way that she's been written is cool.
Yeah.
And she's, you have to rate her. Like,
oh no, absolutely, I 100% do.
I 100% do. As much as people can be like, no man, like she's an animal. Blah, blah.
Yeah, no.
No, I get all that, but she got stuff done.
She did.
She got stuff done.
She was efficient.
She was efficient. She fought with conviction. She made the choices and she stuck to them. Like, you gotta rate that as someone that is a powerhouse.
Abby's on the podium.
I think
I think she's earned her space on the podium.
On the podium? Yeah. Are you saying like podium for Abby?
No, not like first place, but podium. But I'm saying like where all the other people stand.
Where all the others are, yeah.
Yeah, she's earned her place.
She belongs in the room, yeah.
Yeah, she's earned her place.
For sure. As much as whether people like her or not, like she's quite a strong, well-rounded, written, character. And just look, and then look at how people reacted to her. I mean, just because it was I hate her or it's still a reaction, and it's still put people in question, especially when you're forced to play as her.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I don't know. I think that was a big one.
And it's such a step as well. Like, before this kind of generation of gaming.
Yeah, a lot more narrative. Like,
it's a lot more narrative driven, but we would only normally get that from films that we were watching, and it was our experience that way. We didn't really have an in to kind of be on that journey with them, whereas now it's very much we are there with them, and especially when the game railroads you into making certain choices that you're just completely uncomfortable with. It just adds that much more gravitas to their character and to the experience, I think. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good one. So, yeah, wow, you got me there.
Oh, mate.
Oh, wow.
I'm not just here for nothing.
Well, we done. Should I stop?
Yeah, let's just wrap.
I always go to the same place. I always go to survival horror.
Survival horror?
With Jill Valentine.
Okay, yeah.
And especially even like Resi 3, man. She was awesome. The game wasn't.
Yeah.
The original was, but the remake was, it felt like a bit of a robbery. But
yeah.
She was still brilliant. Jill's still amazing.
Look.
Regina's the same. Don't say bad things about Jill.
I'm not.
You're about to say some bad things about Jill.
I'm not. Like, do you know what I am? I hate her beret.
Innit?
Like, I don't like her beret. What? No, do you know Jill is very, very cool. But for me, I'm Team Claire.
Yeah, look, Claire's amazing as well.
I'm Team Claire.
Yeah, she's brilliant. And even, what's her name? Is it Eva? Not Eva. Why did I say that?
Ada Wong.
Ada.
Yeah.
Where did Eva come from? Ada Wong.
Yeah.
As much as she annoys the hell out of me in the second one with the whole like mysterious thing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was still great. But Claire all day. Claire all day. She was wicked.
Because again, she had quite a bit of well, not quite a bit. Her backstory was decent enough. She was coming looking for her sibling. You know what I mean? She was coming looking for her brother.
Yeah.
So this is what's carried her through not only like the original Resident Evil games, but in Code Veronica as well, which is a game that I still personally love. I thought that was great. Yeah, man. Like Claire all the way.
Yeah,
my gal.
You got to, all right. So look, we've been dabbling a lot of time in non-Nintendo territory, so I've got to say this real quick.
Okay, do it.
2 of them,
Right.
right? I think Princess Zelda deserves podium. She deserves to be in the room.
All right.
She's wicked.
Yeah, Princess
and
Zelda.
Samus Aran.
Samus is old school, isn't it?
Old school.
She's proper old school, so she's definitely in the room.
She's like one of the the gods of that world. Awesome characters, awesome female characters.
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree with that.
I reckon Zelda and Samus are definitely up there with awesome female characters.
Yeah.
That it didn't matter. It just they were just awesome, and Zelda was so sick, especially when she turned into a ninja.
yeah.
And she had resolve. She always did the right thing when she's taking on Gan. I mean, look, she was awesome, man.
She
was great.
No, I hear that.
Yeah, you like that one.
Yeah, no, I'll give you that.
I'm trying to think.
So they're all in the room. They're all sharing that little space together.
Yeah,
they deserve
man.
it. They all deserve it. And you know what? I want to see more characters like that. I mean,
much.
It's not necessarily male or female as such, but just in the way that they're written for games, in the sense that you can really lend yourself to the experience and go on that journey with them.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. We talk a lot about open world fatigue. So there is that kind of sense of, okay, we're going on this journey, but there's, how can I say it? Because you put so much of yourself into it, it can be a little bit like, okay, I need to step back from this for a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to get at? So
yeah.
But all the same, it's still worth it, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because of how those characters are written and because of how they're written kind of pulls you into the experience as well.
Yeah, I mean, so like in some of the games I've played, you're sitting there going, thank God for these characters and that they're in it. Because it would just be so much like nonsense. Like I think Yennefer and Ciri are 2 big examples of
Yennefer. Jeez, we went this whole thing without even talking about her.
She's awesome. The way that she's just in complete control.
Yeah, she was amazing in the game. I'm not sure how I feel about her in the TV series though. I didn't, but then again, I'm probably coming from a bit of a bias.
Yeah, I think that, and it's hard to do. It's like the Avengers game thing where it's just like you're playing something that you're trying not to make connections to the MCU. But you do. Yeah. And it's the same with this. It's we fell in love with that Geralt, that Ciri, that Yennefer.
Yeah.
And we will make those connections.
Yennefer's dangerous. Yeah, she's dangerous awesome in that game. She is so well done as a character. Guys, if you haven't played this game,
please play The Witcher 3.
Guys and girls, please just get out there.
I mean, there's a fun bit of news is that's coming to the PS5 as well, so you got no excuse.
Yes, they're up-resing it, aren't they? They're giving it a cheeky up-res.
Yeah. Yennefer, she is awesome. She is, smells like lavender. She has like lavender eyes. She's got purple eyes. Yeah. The whole thing and the way she's just completely in control.
Yeah.
She has her fun. She has her ways. And her and Geralt's chemistry.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It is.
It's so playful. It's just so like, there's none of this kind of one smaller than the other. We're both powerhouses.
We're both powerhouses. So we can both be edgy with each other. Yeah, and just kind of playing that banter ball. It's really cool, man. I really, really like it.
So good. I'm just trying to think of any other characters that have come up recently.
I mean, not so much recently. No. I mean, I'm trying to go through my recent catalog of stuff that I've played, but I can't think of any. I mean, obviously, we've spoken about Aloy. Yeah. We've spoken about Ellie. Tifa Lockhart.
Oh, how did we forget Tifa?
Tifa Lockhart. She deserves to be up there as well.
She's wicked. She's definitely a good shout.
Yeah. Especially as, playing the recent remake, how they've written her. Again, it's just one of those things whereby you're kind of pulled into the experience a little bit, so you can kind of go on.
Well, but I like the fact that she owns the bar.
Yeah.
She's kind of the moral compass of the whole group.
Yeah.
She's also the only person that takes Cloud's kind of attitude.
Yeah.
And goes, I know what's going on here. Like, she has the sight to be to see through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I love that she she clearly loves her town as well, and like she's just about
her independence was brilliant. Yeah.
She's she was really cool. Yeah. Definite ratings to Tifa.
Tifa's a good one. We nearly got the whole thing without mentioning Tifa.
I know, right?
Any fighting games one from you?
From me?
Yeah, Chun-Li.
Nah, man, Chun-Li. I mean, don't get me.
This is Street Fighter, isn't it? Like...
No, it's not even that. It's just that Chun-Li is
her in the movies, man. Let's cut you off, but her in like that anime.
Yeah. What in the first anime from 1980 something or whatever?
When she kicks Vega out of a building.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, if you people out there haven't seen that film, like Street Fighter the manga, it's called, came out in 19. Was it 19? I think it's called Street Fighter the manga.
All right, there you go. Look that up.
I'm gonna look that up real quick. No, it was called Street Fighter 2, the animated movie.
Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, because I was like, is it called manga?
Yeah, no. Correct myself there. 1994 anime film. That film is brilliant.
That's a great movie.
It's brilliant as a film. It's brilliant as an anime. It's just all the characters are nicely done from something that's come from a beloved IP like Street Fighter as well. It's well done.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Chun-Li was definitely a centerpiece in that story as well, and she was a really well written character. But I feel as though with Chun-Li, she's almost like, how, not to bring in too much rap, but how I've spoken to you about MF Doom before,
yes,
against other rappers, and you can't really place MF Doom in a category anymore because he's just
ascended.
Yeah. As cheesy as that might sound, but I almost feel like Chun-Li is the same in a sense.
You don't think she plays in she
Well, I mean, because you've got Chun-Li, right? We love and respect Chun-Li, and we've come up with her through the years.
Yeah.
You got Cammy, okay, arguably she's been around since then as well, but it just doesn't have the same kind of pull or gravitas as Chun-Li.
I mean, she is kind of one of the OGs of Street Fighter, if not the OG of Street Fighter.
Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So she's
had years to kind of grow and build. And
exactly,
different.
Right? So it's kind of difficult to. She would be the only character, obviously, out of the Street Fighter world.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's
So
she's almost godlike.
When
she's
you were coming up in the game, when you were coming up in the game, what would be podium? Kind of the three awesome female characters.
Yeah.
That you were like, these are like the best. These are
from any fighting game, yeah.
Just from any game.
From any game. Oh gosh.
Just awesome female characters from any game. What would be the top three that made you like? Well, yeah, that was it. These are just so fun or so powerful.
Do you know what? I really enjoyed playing as Aloy.
Aloy was great.
Yeah, she was
brilliant.
She was very, very, very well written.
Because she was also like, she could be quite dark.
She could.
And I loved that. But then at the same time, she just feel really compassionate, and that was really sick.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so Aloy is definitely one. I mean, obviously, as you know, Claire.
Redfield.
Claire's my homie.
Okay.
Claire's my homie.
Get a bit of survival horror in there. Respect it.
Do you know what? I'm gonna throw a beat 'em up in there just for good lick.
Go on.
And it's not even gonna be Street Fighter.
Sonya Blade.
Nah, it's gonna be from Killer Instinct. What was her name?
Orchid.
Yeah, mate.
I did not see that coming.
She was an awesome character.
She was great, but I just thought of all the fighting games, I thought we were expecting like Street Fighter, potentially Mortal Kombat out of you.
Nah.
All right.
I haven't. Do you know what? I can't think of a female character in Mortal Kombat that does it for me. I mean, like Sonya Blade is an obvious one, but I didn't play as her enough.
Yeah, no, because you had like Milena and
yeah.
There
was a swath of characters there, so it's kind of difficult to pick one out of the bunch. Whereas with Killer Instinct, I mean, it could be
Orchid was awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got to think good about this one. I'm surprised you didn't put Amanda Ripley in there.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Nah,
I can't.
Okay. All right, I've got to think about this one in a good way.
Yeah.
So I've got to have a Resi character in there.
Okay.
So I think Jill's got to be in there because I think she's awesome. I loved her in Resi 1. She was great in Resi 3. She's awesome.
What are you trying to say? She's better than Claire, bro?
let's not start fights, bro.
Oh, we're gonna have to turn the mics off. Like, we're gonna have to turn the mics off.
What? My girl beat your girl up. Quick time. No, Jill for sure, because I just love the Resi franchise, and I think she was great. Yeah. Claire is great. She's brilliant, and she's awesome in Resi too. But I also feel like you've said that.
Don't take my girl, fam.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I was gonna say Tifa.
Yeah, you can say Tifa. It's all good.
She's my bias. I think she's amazing.
Yeah.
But then Aerith is great as well.
Yeah.
Aerith is wicked, man. Like she's a really, and even more so in the remake, they've made her this really kind of like positive, super smart, sees through clouds nonsense. Yeah. She's really great.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Jill Valentine. I'm gonna say Aerith. I'll say Alex Vance.
Alex Vance
from Half-Life 2.
I've not done Half-Life.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions.
Okay.
Regina, Dino Crisis.
Right. Yeah.
Because she's awesome.
Yeah.
And obviously Lara Croft. I really like Yuna from Final Fantasy X. I think she was Yuna was great.
I liked Renoa better.
From Final Fantasy 8.
From Final Fantasy 8.
Renoa, yeah. Really cool. Bayonetta, sick.
Actually, who was the sorry to cut you off. Who was the blonde female character from Final Fantasy 8? There was one that had her hair up. I hope I'm not getting this mixed up.
No, I think 8 from 8.
From 8, yeah. Quistis Trepi. I can't even pronounce it.
Quistis. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was sick.
Quistis was dope.
I completely forgot about that character.
Wow,
I might have to replay Final Fantasy 8,
Oh, I trust.
All right.
Yeah,
cool.
Man.
Any honorable mentions before we go?
None from me, really. I mean, obviously, we've spoken about Ellie. She's awesome. But no, I can't think of any other.
There's so many, but they're the ones that we either grew up with or really connected with.
Yeah, exactly.
But as always, if anyone comes up with something that we missed or characters that we missed, I know we didn't really touch on the Nintendo front too much. Bring it on, man. Like, this is awesome.
Hit us up in the comments. You know what I mean? You know what time it is, though?
Oh, have you got one in mind? Because you brought this up. You triggered it, so you already have one.
It's battle shots.
Yeah. Anyway, though, bro, let's talk about the one I want to talk about. Go on, then.
I don't know what you mean, mate. I got no idea what you mean. All right, battle shots. Yeah,
are we doing battle shots?
We're doing battle shots. Okay. Now, do you know what? I'm gonna mix it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick one game character.
Yeah.
And one film or cartoon character, if you like. Yeah. Is that allowed? Can we do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
It's going to be...
Okay.
It's going to be Nadine Ross.
Cool.
Right? Versus... let me think. You know what? Yeah. It's going to be Nadine Ross versus Demona. Battle shots.
Oh. Yeah. That's so different.
I know, right? Keep you on your tippy toes.
Nadine Ross.
What, for the win?
For the win.
For the win!
All day.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Why? What? So what? You set that up so you knew you wanted one to win? Is that what that is?
You're disrespecting Demona. Why? Tell me why. Tell us why.
Nadine's a bad gal, and she's hard as nails. She used to run her own security firm of just killers.
Okay.
You don't think she's been out drinking?
All right.
Shutting them out done.
All right. Okay. All right.
She's South African, isn't she?
I believe so. Yeah.
She's been out there drinking.
Okay.
Teaching them how to hold their drinks. There was Demona don't know.
Demona's not ready.
What's she doing? What's she been up to?
What do you mean? What she's been up to?
She's just been busy trying to kill everybody.
She's been busy trying to exact justice.
Yeah. Just hating on humans. Nah.
All right, I hear that.
I get it. Like, she's from Scotland, isn't it? But they can handle their drink. But she's been in the States for a little while at this point. Running around with what's his name? Who definitely can't hold his drink.
Who? Gargoyles?
Yeah.
Goliath?
No, the human.
Oh, sorry. Xanatos.
Yeah, Xanatos. Come on, man.
Yeah.
She got no good drinking buddies. She got no good drinking pals. She ain't getting it done.
Wow. Okay, so what are they drinking? What were they drinking?
I straight up, it's none of that. There's none of this kind of like creative stuff. It's gonna be like straight whiskey.
Okay.
Whiskey neat. Vodka.
No cubes or nothing.
No? Nothing.
Just raw.
Why would you ruin it? Why would you mix it up like
that?
Don't do it. Don't dilute it.
Okay.
I think it's Nadine. I think it's Nadine. Straight.
I love how you didn't. You took less than a second to think of that. Nadine.
Yeah. Plus, Demona. Don't rate her.
Wow, you're hurting me, and I think you're hurting me as well. But you know what? We'll leave that.
If you disagree, people, here's a text. Let us know. Cool, man. Well, look, thank you as always. Thank you so much.
Thank you for hanging out.
Mm-hmm. If you can think of any more characters or any people that you want to let us know, please do let us know.
Please let us know on the old Instagram.
Tones and the Biz.
Mm-hmm. And on YouTube. Tones and the Biz.
On YouTube, Tones and the Biz. Mm-hmm. And yeah, let us know how you feel, what you think. Battle shots, as always, or if you have a topic that you would like us to talk about, let us know.
And remember, in the comments section, please keep it civil.
Keep it civil, keep it classy, yeah?
Yeah.
But as always, have a great week. And thanks again for coming and hanging out with us. Take it easy.
Take it easy, guys. Peace.